All right, today I'm going to show you how to protect your floors from your washing machine overflowing and saturating your floor. So this example happened to me. This is lesson learned. I should have known better, but it's just laziness on my part. But here's what you're supposed to do so you can learn from my mistakes. So this is the pan that I originally got. So basically, you put your washing machine on this pan, and then if the washing machine overflows, then in theory, this pan will fill up with water and prevent it from getting on the floor. Well, you need to be able to drain it. Like if you have a lot of water, there's a lot of water that's in there. So there could be a substantial amount of water. And a pan like this, I mean, it's only going to protect you for a little bit of water, and if it's a lot of water, then you're kind of screwed. And that's what happened here. So what happened in this scenario was I put too much stuff in this front load, and I'll tell you right now, like I would never get another front load. I had to do it because of the way this is configured. I have this table up there, but I've found that these front loads do not hold the amount of clothing that a top load will, and maybe not even that so much as if you put too much in here, it starts to get off balance, and then that causes, and I think that's what happened. There was too much in there, it got off balance, and then it started shaking. That made the pan fill up with water. It went over the pan, and what happened was this is a floating wood floor. It's actually linoleum or vinyl flooring, but it looks like wood. But the water got, started leaking back here. It got under the floor, so I didn't see any water. There was no water visible on the floor. But when I was walking on it, I could feel it underneath. So all the water was underneath the flooring, which it didn't ruin the flooring, but the flooring is kind of like, you can see there, it's kind of bubbling up a little bit. That my baseboards got some damage. So it's kind of a mess. And then I realized, I didn't do it the right way. So the right way to do it is to get yourself a quality pan, right? Like a metal pan like this. Now they're more expensive. I mean, this was like $25 or something, and this thing was like $100. But it's better than having to replace your whole floors and your trim board. I mean, it could be a lot of damage, right? So you don't want to take that risk. So you get this metal pan like this. I bought it online. You can get them. You probably have to buy them online. I looked at Home Depot. I looked at Lowe's. They didn't have anything like this in stock. Or you could go to like a Ferguson, some kind of plumbing supply company. But I bought this online. It was about $100. What I like about it is it has this little fitting in the back where if this thing fills up with water, then I can take that and drain it. I happen to have a drain in my floor, so I'm just gonna plug it in here and then drain it out through there, right? And that's really the right way to do it. This way, if it does overflow, you've got it draining into the drain there. So I'm gonna hook this all up, and then I'll show you a little more when I get it done. Okay, so you want to put the hose into your drain, and it's very important to, once you put that in there, you want to tuck in. I'm using a rag, but you can use. You can put foam in there, whatever you want, but it's very important to seal that up the best you can, because that drain is where you can get a lot of rodents and bugs coming through. So you definitely want to cover that up with something like this, and that will prevent any kind of bugs from getting in, and also small rodents like mice and stuff can get in that way as well. Okay, now got it all hooked up. I've got the washing machine in the pan. If you really want to do, if you really want to extra safe, you put a pan under the dryer as well. But you really only need a pan under the dryer if you have a steam connection. So there is water, like for this one has a steam connection, so there is water run to this one. I don't ever use it, so I didn't buy the pan because they're $100. But yeah, if you wanted to go the extra mile just to get that extra protection, you get 2 of these pans and have them right there side by side, and then actually connect them together, and then run to the drain. But anyway, this works for me. So anyway, just take it from me. This could save you potentially thousands of dollars in damages later on if you have this thing leak a lot of water and this little pan that I have here doesn't hold it. It's even taller. You can see it's higher up than this pan, so it'll even hold more water. And then the other thing just to make a note of is, and I don't know if you can see this back here, but you want to make sure that the drain line is kind of flush with the floor, right? You don't want it sticking up, because then the water will just backflow back into here. So you want it to have a little. Ideally, you want it to slope down from the pan into the drain, and then that way the water will flow easily down into the drain. But you just want to check that when you push it back. You want to come back here and kind of take a look at that and make sure that that's flush with the ground. Otherwise, you might do all this and then and then it doesn't even, it still gets water everywhere. So anyway, hope that helps. Talk to you later. Oh, please leave any comments or suggestions that you may have. If you've done something like this and have a better idea, something that's worked better, please share, because we can all learn new tricks. Quick bonus tip. If you are, putting flooring in and you're doing a utility room, I highly recommend that you put tile. That's what I usually do. The reason I didn't do it in here is because this is a master closet that I have the utility room in, so they're together. And so I wanted to keep the flow with the bedroom and the family room, or coming into it. So I just did it all. But I should have known better. But yes, bonus is you should always do tile, especially in something like this, like your hot water heater area, your washer and dryer area, because stuff happens, that stuff leaks, and when it does, at least the tile is, one, you're going to notice it because it's not going to go underneath it like it did in this floating wood floor, and 2, you're going to minimize your damages. So I'll probably at some point take this up and tile this in here and just do a transition. So anyway, hope that helps.